The Democratic response to the President's State of the Union speech tonight, voices from Pennsylvania, from Missouri, from Maine, from South Dakota. The preceding videotape political program was furnished by the Democratic Senate and Congressional Campaign Committees and the Democratic National Committee. And tomorrow here in Washington, President Reagan will send his official budget to Capitol Hill, to Congress, and the battle then will be joined. The President is proposing a spending program just short of $1 trillion, with about a 12% increase in defense spending and a cutback in many programs very dear to the hearts of Democrats especially, but also to a lot of Republicans standing for election in this congressional election year. The big question, of course, before Washington and the country is, will there be a tax increase before this year is out? We won't know until the battle is joined. For now, on behalf of all of us from NBC News, I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, the Library of Congress in Washington.
This has been an NBC News special report.
Next, a historic journey opens the door for a sister's conspiracy and a wife's betrayal.
Did you kill him?
As you command. But the road to deception...
History is repeating itself.
...leads to a bitter revenge.
Let them go to hell!
As Peter the Great continues.
You know what I like about pumping up? You know what I like about maxing it out? Do you know what I like about the feel of weights in my hands? It's their effect on my body.
$99 a year, average cost, only at Scandinavian.
Before you primp, you gotta pump.
The 3 quarters at Burger King.
We got 3 double cheeseburgers, quarter pound. 3 double cheeseburgers, new taste in town. We got taco with lots of jalapeno cheese. Pizza with sauce and mozzarella cheese. We got mushroom double twist, a taste you don't want to miss. These doubles won't last, you better get to Burger King fast.
Quarter pound double cheeseburgers are appearing for limited engagement.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Hollywood comes to Cleveland. We'll tell you when. Nightside.
Riptide and Remington Steel will return next week.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now keep watching as the adventure of Peter the Great continues.
It's about time.
Tonight, the saga of a ruler who sacrificed everything for his country. The story of a man who lost his soul to be Tsar of all the Russias. Last night,
God bless the Tsarevich Alexis Petrovich!
with the birth of a son, Peter firmly establishes his right to the throne. But Sophia and her lover continue to plot Peter's downfall. The plan fails, and Sophia is sent into exile.
I wonder if you've seen the last of her.
I doubt it. She is, after all, your sister.
Now Peter is free to expand the Russian Navy by seizing the port city of Azov. Victory brings Peter greater power as a leader and introduces him to the woman with whom he will spend the rest of his life, Catherine. At home, the web of conspiracy seduces Peter's wife.
May we at least rely on your silence?
Yes.
And tonight, Peter continues his struggle to push his country into the modern world.
Against force, there's only one weapon. Force.
Filmed on location in the Soviet Union with an unprecedented international cast. Vanessa Redgrave, Omar Sharif, Ursula Andress, Laurence Olivier, Elke Summer, Mel Ferrer, Hanna Shagula, Helmut Green, Boris Plotnikov, Natalia Androchenko, with Jan Nicholas and Maximilian Schell as Peter the Great. Peter the Great, sponsored in part by Etna, the insurance people. Work with the best in the business, Etna. By AT&T, the right choice. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
When AT&T wrote the book on quality control, a lot of people read it. In fact, they studied it. Today, some of the most quality-conscious companies in the world use the AT&T handbook as a guide. The fact that so many companies depend on us for quality means a lot. The fact that so many people do means even more. Whether it's telephones, information systems, long-distance services, or computers, AT&T is the right choice.
When the going gets rough, you need a tough 4x4 like this, the 86 Ford Ranger STX. This year, only Ranger offers this new electric shifting system. You just punch a button at any speed and shift from two-wheel to ground-grabbing four-wheel drive. And talk about power. Ranger's new 2.9-liter V6 has the most horses of any small truck. The tough 86 Ford Ranger 4x4. The best-built American trucks are built Ford Tough.
Get this. Lists of people who eat Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Who still eats those?
Charles Bronson.
Eats Corn Flakes.
So does Christy Brinkley.
George Brett. The Beach Boy.
All of them?
George Benson.
Robbie Benson. Eats Corn Flakes.
Yes!
Good old Kellogg's Corn Flakes. They're great taste and solid nutrition come as no surprise.
Diane Carroll.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
You guys getting hungry?
Yes!
The surprise is the people who eat them.
How about those Kellogg's Corn Flakes? Now!
Good morning.
Etna knows all employees are
Good morning.
not all alike.
Good morning.
So for our clients, we provide flexible benefit plans. Instead of carbon copy life insurance, he doubles his coverage at the group rate. Instead of Me Too Medical, she raises her deductible and puts the difference in dental. Instead of duplicating a husband's coverage, she shifts premiums into tax-deferred savings. Work with the best in the business.
Etna, we're glad we met you.
Peter the Great will continue following these messages.
The courage.
You can kick me out of here, but I ain't quitting.
The love.
I've loved you since I met you.
The conflict.
What kind of a human being are you?
The pain.
I got nowhere else to go!
An officer and a gentleman. Monday.
If the who's, what's, and where's of opening an IRA are getting you down this year, relax. The Huntington makes it simple. With an interest rate that's guaranteed for 18 months, no matter what. And simpler still, all it takes is a phone call to 1-800-533-5225. So call the Huntington tomorrow for your IRA and relax.
The results of school levy votes today. We'll have the Nightside.
Peter the Great continues, starring Maximilian Schell, Mel Ferrer, Elke Summer, and Ursula Andress.
Taurus, now there's an American car with the shape and the feel we've never seen before. Taurus, now there is a personal car that has exactly what we've been looking for.
For all of us who will not compromise, Ford listened. Ford created Taurus for us.
For us. Taurus for us. Taurus for us. Have you driven aboard lately?
It's the racing showdown we've been waiting for between old Spic and Span
And new no-rinse Spic and Span.
and they're off.
Heck, Don, I gotta say, I'm real impressed with new no-rinse Spic and Span. It's got the same great cleaning power, but doesn't streak like you-know-who.
They're in the home stretch.
And old Spic and Span's in a tailspin. It's going back to rinse.
That makes new Spic and Span our winner. It's faster to the finish because there's no rinsing.
Crisco Oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to stir-frying.
Remarkably light, delightfully light. Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Next to corn oil, specially made Crisco Oil looks lighter, is lighter, but it's really Crisco's light taste that brings out the true flavor of stir-frying with no greasy taste.
Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Now available in the new 64-ounce trip-free bottle.
I have a small business problem. My brother-in-law, Milton, couldn't sell tea in China. So I called the small business experts at AT&T, and they showed us new ways to use long distance to open a whole new territory. What'd you sell today, Milton?
6,000 switches.
Check the inventory. I have a small business problem.
Call AT&T Long Distance Services. We can help. AT&T, the right choice.
Peter the Great will continue following these messages.
Wednesday on Highway to Heaven.
She's our assignment, huh?
She's my wife, Mark. Will the love of his past life make Jonathan forget he's an angel?
You only live once, you know what I mean?
Wednesday.
This is NBC News Digest. Here is Chuck Scarborough, NBC News.
Good evening. In his State of the Union address, President Reagan did not stop at the borders of the Union tonight as he called for a strong defense, aid to rebels in Nicaragua, Angola, and Afghanistan, and more manned exploration of space. But he also extolled the American family as a source of national renewal, and he urged an overhaul of welfare.
I'm talking about real and lasting emancipation, because the success of welfare should be judged by how many of its recipients become independent of welfare.
The president also asked for a plan to help people bear the cost of catastrophic illness. He restated his opposition to a tax hike and spoke out for school prayer and against abortion. In a taped rebuttal, several Democrats accused Mr. Reagan of being unwilling to make hard cuts, including defense, and of lowering the hopes of less affluent Americans. Now this.
3 leading toothpastes. Which gel not only fights plaque, but also cleans teeth better than the others? It's not Crest or Colgate, it's Checkup. Laboratory tests show Checkup cleans teeth better than these other toothpastes. Checkup, the plaque attacker.
NASA today said one of the Challenger's 2 main rocket boosters may have been located. NBC News correspondent Robert Bazell says it's now thought a leak from the right booster may have set off the shuttle's explosive destruct package. Israel intercepted a Libyan executive jet, but the terrorists it thought were aboard were not, and the plane was released after several hours. A bomb in a Paris bookstore injured 4 people. This followed an earlier Paris blast yesterday and the discovery of a bomb at the Eiffel Tower. Police don't know if the incidents are related. 8 people were killed in Crystal Springs, Mississippi, when an explosion caused a fire in a furniture and appliance store. And Charles Manson, serving a life sentence in the Sharon Tate mass murders, told a California parole board he might want to go to Libya or Iran. He was turned down for parole. I'm Chuck Scarborough in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
The difference between Channel 3 News and other newscasts is in-depth coverage. Every night, Channel 3's anchors report from the streets of Northeast Ohio. You see live updates from our Akron Bureau. Page 2 goes in-depth to look at stories that most concern you. Channel 3's investigative unit breaks exclusive reports. You get business news that's easy to understand, news to help you look and feel better, and advice on how to shop sensibly. Channel 3 News, more in-depth, because we bring you more local news.
I remember Sunday morning, such a warm and sunny feeling. Everyone together sharing laughter, sharing love. Sunday will never be the same.
The Sunday Plain dealer's better than ever with Panorama, Perspective, and now TV Week every Sunday. For home delivery, call 344-4600.
Sunday will never be the same.
Brine in our water is more serious than we thought. Details Nightside.
Peter the Great continues, starring Maximilian Schell, Ursula Andress, and Hana Shagula.
Leave it. We gotta go.
own an insurance agency, center of town.
Going over to the office.
I got wiped out as bad as anybody. But I knew people would be coming to me to help them put their lives back together. And they didn't need a helpless insurance agent. I called Etna.
You've got 4 computer terminals coming down air freight tomorrow. We'll restore your records as soon as you're back online.
You're covered.
Everything?
Everything. When you've got the best in the business behind you, you can do some things.
I learned 2 things this week, George. Twister's eating worse than everybody said. And you're eating better.
Appreciate it.
Vick's NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine. From Vick's, of course.
You're about to learn why Ford Escort, the world's best-selling car, is out to become even more popular. If all of this seems like a lot to remember about Ford Escort, let us sum it up for you. Have you driven the best-built American cars? Have you driven a Ford lately?
AT&T on office automation. Keeping track of your business used to be as easy as using your telephone. Then came the information age with all its wonders. Computers in every shape and size. Electronic mail. System on top of system. You'd think there'd be a simpler way. Enter AT&T. In AT&T's world, your office telephone system can pull information from all those different systems into one neat bundle and deliver it right to your desk. In AT&T's world, you're on top of things, no matter how many systems you have.
Only 3,000 feet to go!
This exam should take you about 5 hours.
When you get the urge for a delicious snack, have a KitKat. Light, crispy wafers with chocolatey cream smothered in rich milk chocolate. KitKat's irresistible.
Food, 400 miles. Oh!
So when you get the urge for a delicious snack, have a KitKat.
You make me feel great. Happy anniversary.
Wow, beautiful.
I remember when you gave it to me.
I remember too. It's still so soft.
Well, thanks to Woolite.
What's so special about Woolite?
You can trust it. With the soft things you love, you want to help keep them fresh, looking terrific, feeling beautiful.
So Woolite keeps things beautiful?
Woolite. And a wonderful guy.
Trust Woolite Fine Fabric Wash.
Peter the Great will continue following these messages. Sunday, a world movie premiere, 2 years in the making.
Doubling the security in this country.
What if international terrorists attacked America? How could we fight back?
There will be more blood.
Before the streets become a battlefield.
I'm now worthy of Allah.
Sunday, Under Siege.
Good evening, I'm Doreen Genser in the Channel 3 newsroom, and coming up on our Nightside report, a lot of school levies were at issue in local communities today, including Parma, where the levy's up for the 4th time in a year. We'll have all the results. And there will be some big bucks up for grabs here in Ohio soon. The new Super Lottery is on the way. We'll have details. Plus, a major movie is going to be filmed right here in Cleveland. And taxes to pay for Cleveland's Dome Stadium were on the block in Columbus today. We'll tell you how it went. Hope you'll join us at 11 for Nightside.
Starting tomorrow, save 50% on fashion store-wide during May Company's winter clearance. 4 big days of savings. Don't be left out in the cold.
The Deans don't have call forwarding, so every time they're expecting an important call, they have to stay home by their phone. With Ohio Bell's call forwarding, they could have their calls follow them wherever they might go. Get call forwarding from Ohio Bell. To order, dial 1-800-282-3300. Find out what you've been missing and get on with your life.
Hey, what's the matter? You're not dialing. Didn't you just hear all those great reasons for ordering Ohio Bell's custom calling? You did? And you're still not dialing? Well, how's this? Until March 31st, you can save the $9.25 installation charge on call waiting, call forwarding, speed calling, or three-way calling for your home or business. That's right, save $9.25. Just call 1-800-282-3300. Now that's what I like to hear.
How to Win at Sexual Politics, Wednesday on AM Cleveland.
Peter the Great continues, starring Maximilian Schell, Ursula Andress, and Hana Shadula.
Would you drive around in this if it was underinsured?
What, are you kidding?
And your place here. Would you sleep well if it was half insured?
Not on your life.
That's my point. We've insured you fully on these assets, but not on your life.
Your lifetime earnings are your family's greatest asset. Yet most of us seriously underinsure our lives. Your Etna agent has a new generation of life insurance programs for the financially astute. Call him.
So, you sorry you met Etna?
Not on your life.
Some of you will soon be receiving an important piece of mail. In it, you'll be asked to choose your long-distance phone company. Don't throw it away. And don't give that right to someone else. If you want to be sure to keep the same kind of full service you've always enjoyed with AT&T, check your mail and then check AT&T. For over 100 years when you reached out, we were there. And you can keep it that way by sending in your ballot.
Sometime soon, this man could walk into your life and make you a millionaire.
It's Herb!
This man is Herb. Now that Herb loves the Whopper, he's visiting a Burger King in every state. Study the Herb poster, because the first person to spot Herb in each restaurant wins $5,000, and everybody there gets a chance at $1 million and a free Whopper and Pepsi.
Gorgeous!
Spot Herb at Burger King and win $5,000 and a chance at $1 million.